We have a question from on the role of instant messaging from Walter Fernandez, a very senior person in MediaCorp. So his question is this: picking up on the hypothesis that instant messaging like WhatsApp is gaining importance, do you have a sense of what content is actually being shared via instant messaging? Is it content from the digital platforms of the SG mass media or digital only info sources? Was it factual content and opinion that was created by individuals, friends, family in their IM circles, right? And just to round out the question, and how would you weigh the relative importance between the source of the content being shared versus the platform through which it's being shared?
I will take a step at that. Will you, Natalie, feel free to jump in, or Chin Hon as well. So, yeah, the weeks leading to polling day and certainly the days leading to 10 July were extremely exciting. The few of us, we were completely inundated, right, with all messages we were sharing on WhatsApp. So to answer Walter's first question, the type of content, clearly there was a huge mix. We saw the sharing of news articles, lots of screenshots, but more importantly, what stood out for this election was the sharing of a lot of organically produced kind of content. So lots of memes, right? So much memes, lots of links to petitions as well. So a lot of the content were very citizen generated and created. And oftentimes they were links to different social media platforms. So for that's the content part of it. But for the survey part of it, we mainly focus on the platform. So we didn't actually ask people questions on their perceptions or reactions to the content.
Okay. Anybody else?
Maybe I'll just add on, just on a methodological note, perhaps this is something we have to work on immediately after this. Just methodologically, instant messaging platforms, they are also very challenging to study, right? We may ask, what is the effect of IM? What is the effect of content times IM, right? The effect of a content appearing on the instant messaging platform versus Facebook. What is the effect, right? But instant messaging platforms methodologically, it's quite challenging to study, also because the very nature of private or semi-private instant messaging networks means that ethically we are not really allowed to go into really loiter or stay in these networks to look at the content that people are sharing. But we do know that, like what Carol said, there was actually quite a number of, I think, content that was created obviously for meant to be forwarded on instant messaging networks, contents, videos that were, those morning greetings videos created in that style, meant to be forwarded, as well as just very, I guess, viral messages about particular candidates, right? So we know, because some of us received them, and we know that this was some of the kinds of content that was forwarded. Yeah.
Were you and Chin Hon? Do you have any comments?
From my analysis, I can say the only thing I can share is there wasn't any differences in terms of instant messaging usage when you compare the three different groups of voters. Right? So at least it wasn't a factor that influenced their swing. Right? And another thing I want to add is we actually indeed had a few more measures on IM usage, right? Natalie, remember we actually asked about how much of the information you received from IM platforms turned out to be fake, right?
Yeah.
As well as how many of these groups later on actually turned from an ordinary social neighborhood kind of group to a political one. So if people are really interested in this, we can do more analysis and share more about our findings with the public in the future, right?
Just very quickly from a data perspective, IM presents a very high technical bar that you have to clear if you really want to analyze it well, simply because the data is not available, right? Or that the companies will not willingly share it, simply because the whole attraction of the IM services like WhatsApp and Telegram are precisely because of the privacy issue, right? You are sharing on WhatsApp or Telegram because you don't want other people to see what you're actually sharing, say, compared to Facebook or Twitter. So to then force the company somehow to give you that data, I think that's just going to break their business model, and I think they're going to fight you tooth and nail on that issue. So I think being able to get good, reliable data on IM is going to be super tough, but things are moving fast. I'm not sure what sort of agreements can be made in future, but without the tech companies behind these services sort of coming to an agreement in terms of public service, in terms of what they were prepared to release, I think it's going to be pretty tough.